Have the toaster. Well, I like to call this the toaster. It's man's best friend. It can cook things, it can hurt people, it can do terrible things like that, and yeah. In this case, we're performing toaster mode. Look, it's got all the smoke going. So you just throw in the food, kaboom, and then you just wait. And then like 30 minutes later, you got some cooked salmon. It's very efficient. Like, I seem to have caught a drown, and it's, not so natural habitat. Oh dear, it's, you wanna go for a ride? Hey, stop smacking me, I'm your friend, you're in my boat? Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Create and Look Behind Us. Look at that. I've done so much work. Okay, so, we have this building place complex. Okay. So basically what's going on is I've been building and constructing different areas and things, and this is gonna be a kelp farm. Basically, I've kind of decided to make it like a big circuit board kind of thing, which is why I'm using like kelp blocks, because I couldn't get any other block that was green. We have more machines now! Okay, so first things first, we have the toaster. Well, I like to call this the toaster. It's man's best friend. It can cook things, it can hurt people, it can do terrible things like that, and yeah. Anyway, so the toaster's very nice. This is a millstone. It makes cinnabar into redstone dust, and it does a ton of other things as well. Now, if we go over to here, I have got the melter done using some you know, stuff, and I've melted some iron, so we can actually make circuits now, which is good. We have the deployer as usual. It's just pointing at the ground, yeah, and then just the mechanical press is again as usual. And also, I'm actually able to run this thing way faster than I was before, so that's very nice. And I still have energy issues, so I've had to install more of these spinning turbines. Now, another thing I have to show you all is how the kelp farm's gonna work, so let's go down to the kelp farm today. So yeah, this is what the underside of my base looks like. It's kind of garbage and awful, but we are in like 2 different kelp forest biomes as well, so I should be able to expand that area. Now this is the iron farm. Yeah, I've kind of just been letting it sit here and just make iron just constantly. It's good, because we need a lot of iron. Oh yes, and before I do anything else, let me cook up some food in our toaster, just to demonstrate the toaster's amazingness. I love this thing. It's so good. It doesn't take any fuel at all. Like, all you have to do is switch out what you're doing, what operation you're performing. So in this case, we're performing toaster mode. Look, it's got all the smoke going. So you just throw in the food, kaboom, and then you just wait. And then like 30 minutes later, you got some cooked salmon. It's very efficient. Over here we have another machine. This is a mechanical piston, and this is going to be part of our farm. It is very important that we have one of these, and I also am working on getting a gear shift set up here so I can reverse it back and forth, but that's another thing. And I'm still trying to get all the iron I need from the farm. Oh, look! Look who dropped by! It's an iron golem! Yes, so this farm is by some guy on YouTube named Waddles. Thank you very much for this nice farm. Of course, I've made it garbage, and had to do a lot of modifications. Dear, we have a kelp problem. The kelp seems to be growing into the other parts of the water. The parts where it's not supposed to go. Look, it's messing up the water system. Oh, crap. Get out of here, kelp. Get out of here. Oh, crap, I can't get that one. Okay, oh. Stop doing that. Get out of here, kelp. Bad kelp. This is the water system that's gonna be pushing the kelp. It seems to have ruined itself for some reason. Oh dear, I have to fix all of this stuff. I need to make that drive chain thing. What was it called? We'll figure it out. What am I looking for today? Gear shift. Yes, we need a gear shift. And to make that, we have everything we need, I think. Yes, I do. Here it goes. Hopefully I have it at the right settings. Yeah. It should be cutting through all the stuff in there as well. Unless it gets glitched. Reverse! If it pushed out the back end, I'm gonna be disappointed. I don't know how long it's supposed to be to actually cut through all of it. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look on the top. It needs to be a bit longer than that. Also, why is this, why is it like this? I have bubble columns at the bottom, so all of it should come out the top. No clue why it's doing that, but you know, it just is. Alright, I've added the maximum amount that I could add. I hope this does its thing now. It's going in, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look from the top again. It needs like 3 more blocks. Oh, crap. And I don't know if I can even add 3 more blocks, because it wasn't letting me extend it even more. Well, apparently it allowed me to add even more blocks to it. Boom. Come back. Through the machine. I heard it break something at the end. I hope the machine didn't just detonate itself. That would really be awful. You know, this would make a really good gate. If you had one of these backwards, and then, like, just had this come out. It could, like, make, like, a bar gate kind of thing. I don't know. What am I even saying? Okay. It also makes a really good bridge to watch the iron golems as they eternally sacrifice themselves for me to use as resources in my build. So yeah, the kelp farm is functional. I'm very happy about that, because now we can make even more kelp blocks for our giant circuit board. It's gonna be good. I'm also gonna have a seagull farm, because they are the best food source I've found so far. And yeah, I've really learned a lot about this mod, because when I first started, I didn't know how to do anything, but now I know how to do everything, and it's very nice. Very fantastic. Why is, you know what? I'm just gonna let this, zombified piglin. What is a piglin? I mean, you can kind of see what's going on over there, because I did leave some holes. You can see the villagers are just running back and forth when there's a zombie in the middle, which is how the whole farm works, because the zombie, like, makes the villagers not want to... Yeah, see? It makes the villagers do that. They just, like, create a golem and it just falls into the pit of despair. It's very beautiful, this type of farm. This is one of my favorites. Like, I seem to have caught a drown, and it's, not so natural habitat. Oh dear, it's, you wanna go for a ride? Hey, stop smacking me, I'm your friend, you're in my boat. You know, this thing could use a few gear shifts, or like a few gear ratios. I'm gonna go ahead and redo this. So, it has its problems, and its main problem is that the gears need to be ratioed, and the ratio on the gears is not very good right now. So what I'm thinking, we go a small and then a large gear, because you can see the small one's moving as fast as the water wheel does, but then when we attach the larger gear... Oh, it seems to have just gotten slower. Oh no. What have I done? Yeah, I think going from a small to a large doesn't really work. I think we're gonna need to go and make some more gears. Actually, I do have all the stuff I need to make gears on me right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a few big gears. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then make some more small gears. Oh, actually, I have 9 small gears, and I have 16 shafts, which should do the trick. Technically, I could just go from this cog straight to... unless I want to do another gear ratio. We could do one of those, and then that. Overstressed? Oh, what? How is that overstressing the machine? That is a normal amount of energy. Let's... Okay, well, maybe if we just go like that, and then do... okay, maybe we can't go any faster than what it was going up normally. Oh, dear. Yeah, so according to the speedometer, that is a very, very fast-moving cog. So maybe that is why it just doesn't want to work with this. But we could cut off this part here, and then attach it like so. Let's switch this to a stressometer, and then see what happens then. Because I don't know what this would do. Oh, look at that. See, it's yellow. Interesting. So if I If I use this right here, what does it tell me? It tells me it's yellow. But what if I go from a yellow part... Well, it's yellow right now, but what if I do from that to a more yellow part? For example, this thing that is spinning at like 9 million miles per hour. And then you see it hits red. So maybe if we can somehow get this to be half as fast. Or we could add another water wheel. That would work, potentially. We could have it set. We could use the same source of water for it. That would work. Yes, I think that could do very well. I'm gonna do that now. Now we're probably gonna have to convert the direction this is traveling in via a system of cogs. Potentially, it is gonna happen. Because this one is not supposed to be going this way. It's supposed to be going a complete different direction from what that one is going. And that's the only problem I've run into so far. Well, I guess this might work, but we'll have to put a cog in the middle. Yeah, see, that's what happens when you do that. Because it's not going the right direction. It needs to have 2 cogs between them. Otherwise, it will just break. It's Legos, okay? So what I would need to do is like something like that, and then place this cog like that, and then add another cog, which would go like, oh, I can't do that. There we go. Look at this. I've gotten all of these set up. It's going very fast now. But look at the stressimeter. It's all the way down. Oh, that means it will just... Yes, I can now look at this. Oh my gosh. That is the most beautiful machine I've ever created so far with Create. Okay, we'll go ahead and turn it on. Let's do this. Oh, we have a cog wheel just laying around. Whoa! Yeah, if you're wondering how I did this... So basically, what happens when you have gears that are going in 2 opposite directions attached to the same gear is that they will basically stop that gear. Well, that's what happens in real life. But in Minecraft, apparently that gear breaks. However, in this case, because we're using 2 gears between gears, the gears aren't, like, turning the gears in such a way that, like, they'd be going opposite directions and causing things to stop. It's hard to explain, and it's easier if you just see it, which is what's happening here. Now, as far as the stress meter, we've maxed it out, basically. Just barely, it's not maxed out, which is perfect. There are some redundancies, like this. That doesn't need to be there. And I'm pretty sure we don't need this shaft here, either. Additionally, we could cut down on shaft usage by, converting it, or making this section smaller. That's a pretty obvious change I could foresee. So, boom, and then 1 above that, and as you can see, it's starting again. Perfect. So yeah, as you can see, basically gears, when they turn the other gear the opposite direction that they're going. So that's how it works. Well, I think that's pretty much it for today's episode. We've done a lot of stuff today. We've apparently done so much stuff, in fact, that we're at 17 minutes in. But this won't be 17 minutes long, so... If you guys have enjoyed today's episode, please consider liking and subscribing. If you guys got any comments, questions, or suggestions, leave them down below. I'll see you all next time, and, goodbye.